What is up, people? What is up, heathens? Rev Avi here, checking in live for the Magic Quarantine Talk. What's going on, people? I am here. Of course, I'm going to take just a few minutes here, give people a chance to check in. Holy crap, I am moving everything. Hang on. Give people just a few minutes to check in and get on the live, and then we will dive into our topic for tonight, okay? What's up, Donovan? Number one, man. Of course, tag some people if you got friends in a group so we can get them all on here. And then, of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, join us on Facebook. Hop in our Facebook group, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And please share, guys. Like and share. Share the group, share this stuff so you can help us continue to grow this thing, right? We're a moving machine, right? Also, check us out on demonism.org. Stop by the website, sign up there for a membership if you guys want to get involved with what we have going on, okay? So, yeah. What's up, people? Tonight, I got a topic sort of picked out. I was in the members chat. I don't know who's paying attention in there, but we do, a lot of us do talk in there. But in the members chat, I asked a question because I asked, of course, the same question I always ask, which is, anyone have suggestions for the live chat tonight so that I can just come right on with answering questions. And there wasn't any. So I posed a question, which was, what do you think real magic is? And so I'm posing that question to everyone tonight. I'm going to ask the question to you guys. What do you think real magic is? And if you watch this video or if you happen to come across it later or anything like that or something like that, if you're watching it afterwards, drop a comment. I'm curious to see what you guys have to say about this. What do you think real magic is? Okay. And of course, I'm going to give you my insight into this, and then we'll go from there. But I'm very curious. And the reason this came up, honestly, is because my wife had got into it. Oh, and I got to use my right hand to do this. I'm trying to get this adjusted, and she's stepping on my camera, stepping on my light. But yeah, so she got into a huge thing in another group. Geez, that's so bright. Down. Thank you. Into a huge, there she is. Into a huge thing with, this other group where she was making fun of the sour jars, the piss jars, and, their whole thing. And they started attacking her and whatever. So, that's what kind of led me to ask this question. It's what do people think real magic is? Because these people were literally debating, piss is real magic. Put the piss in the jar and the stuff is real magic. And,
piss in a jar is a scam.
Everyone has their opinions, but it's with that stuff in mind, it's what do you guys think real magic is? And so I'm posing that question to you tonight, and of course I will, to everyone tonight, and I will give my insight into what I think that is as well. Okay, so we'll take a few minutes, give people a chance to get here. I see you. What's up, Susie? Checking in. I see Rhino. What's up, buddy? But yeah, so cool. That's cool. You can catch it later, man, if you can't watch it tonight. But yeah, so let's get right in. Somebody tag Ace. Let me see if Ace got tagged and see if all the tags went out. Yep. Okay, so people got tagged. Cool. So I'll just dive right in. Intention as fuck. So check it out. I'm going to talk about what I think real magic is, what true magic is. And, a lot of people have their different perspectives and, with the sour jars and the believing in spirits and all of that sort of thing. And if you guys know me, if you've been around this group for a while or spoken with me in one of the voice chats or something like that, then you know how I feel about this, which is I don't go that route. I just do not dive headfirst into the believer stuff, okay? I don't do that. I love to challenge everything. I think that if there is a rational way to do it, that is the most logical way to do it. And that is the way that we should all do it. We don't have to do it in the same manner in which religious people behave. And a lot of people come into the occult and magic with that sort of outlook. And I understand that. But at some point, you have to go into the realm of logic and reason. And if you don't, and you stay in the believer category, then you're just a religious fanatic. I mean, there's no realism. There's no logic at play. You're just believing in stuff because you want to believe it. It's like it goes back to that thing. It's like people are like, oh well, I can do anything with my magic, and the piss does have power and stuff. And it's like, okay, well, if it's that powerful, and that's the secret core of the magic, then you could just believe that you have wings and go ahead and jump off that cliff and fly. Then, but you know damn well you won't, because the ground is down there, right? And it doesn't matter how much you fucking believe it. You know damn well you can't just make wings sprout out your back and stop gravity from happening. You're gonna go down. Okay, so we have to have realism here when it comes to this stuff. Now there is subtle energies and stuff like that at work. I mean, we know the proof of the aura with Kirlian photography and all that sort of stuff exists, right? But it's still not to the degree where you need to go full on, delusional with this stuff. Okay, and that's what people do. They take this into the realm of delusion, like, oh, we can just believe whatever we want, and that's the way it works. It's like there's a science behind this stuff. Okay, and you can't miss the science because you want to be a believer. You have to bring in that realm of logic. And so, what is real magic? Let's get back on course here. So, what is the real magic? The real magic that's happening, people, okay, is and this is my thoughts on this. Okay, most people will say the magic is the ability to cause change in accordance with the will. Okay, and this is defined by Aleister Crowley. While that is a very accurate term for it, it's also a very general term. So you end up with like, okay, people going, oh well, it's just to create change in accordance with the real. But like I said, if we're standing on a cliff, you're not going to go to that cliff and say, oh, I just believe I can make angel wings or whatever, sprout out your fucking back and jump off the cliff, and you're going to soar away like an eagle. No, you're definitely going to fall to your death. It doesn't matter how much you believe wings are going to sprout out of your fucking back. Okay, and so with that in mind, it's like, what's the real magic? And I'm going to define it for you. It's not necessarily just believing that you can cause change in accordance with will. Okay, that's part of the definition, but the true magic is the ability to create illusion. Okay, and some people are going to argue with this, but if we go back to the lesson, I love to start with the lessons of the tarot, especially since I'm writing a book about that right now. But the tarot teaches you this. Okay. When you come across and when you look at the tarot deck, right? And I wish I had mine here to just bust it out, but I didn't plan ahead. Okay. But when you look at the tarot, okay, the magician card is very towards the beginning, people. Okay. There's only so many cards before it, right? So the true magician has the ability to create or manifest illusion. The true witch creates illusion. This is what happens when the witch casts a spell on somebody. The illusion takes them over. They believe that the spirits are after them, or whatever is coming after them, and it's going to get them. And then, it's, if you really look at a psychological thriller or something like that, a movie that's a psychological thriller, you'll really get the grasp of what it's like for someone to be psychologically cursed. Okay, for them to be genuinely under the illusion that something is after them. If someone really had a curse on them, you have to understand the depths of which this illusion can truly affect someone. And the truth is a lot of people don't have the ability to put curses on people to that great of a degree. Okay. And so if you can't create that illusion with the magic, if the magic is not about creating that illusion for people and warping their realities to your will, then you're not truly a witch or a magician. You're just a person that's a believer. Okay, the true magician has the ability to create illusion. Okay, now whether the person perceiving the illusion thinks that it's real or not is irrelevant. The point is that that's what the witch does, is cast spells, right, to create the illusion. So I hope that makes sense. That's my definition of what I feel like real magic is. Now, that's a whole different category of, whether they perceive it to be real or what's going on, and all that other stuff is kind of a different category. But specifically of what the definition of real magic is, okay? And I think that I very clearly defined that it's something that happens very much in the relationship between people, the connection between people. If it's not involving a person somehow, it's really not magic, okay? Because there has to be a reaction from a person or from the external universe, or, I mean, you're even a person, so you have to be involved, right? There has to be a reaction from a person in order for that magic to take place. Magic is specifically involved with stuff that goes on with interactions, right? And so that's the key thing behind it, and creating that illusion. Okay, and the best way that I can really think to describe this is, of course, to give you an example. But before I give you an example, I'm going to open up for some questions. I've talked for somewhere in the range of 10 minutes, so I will open up for some questions. What's up, Ace? What's up, people? I hate to seem like I'm talking at everyone, so I love to just shut up and let everyone talk back at me. The best way to do that is on Discord, of course. Let me scroll up and look at some of these comments. Okay. Rhino, catch you later camping. Okay, that's where I started. Intention as fuck. Okay, Susie, I'm gonna put some rancid shit in your sour jar. Okay, Asen, at work, we'll watch after off. Okay, cool. And there's some other people who got tagged. So not too many questions, or no questions at all. That's cool. So let's build upon this even further. Let's see if it is Freaky Friday and stuff like that. Normally I'd be like, oh, let me get a smoke, but I'll just do something super strange off the top. Let me see, I got a pen here and a piece of paper. And I'll do something a little strange since it is Freaky Friday. So let me write, we'll just make an X. X marks the spot on here. Okay. So let me aim this down, because I don't think you guys, man, I keep putting my face, like my hand right in the camera. So there's an X on this paper, and I want you guys to just, I don't know if you can see this. This light's kind of bright. Let me dim it just a bit. Or off works too. Wrong button. Okay, there we go. So let me dim this just a bit. So there's an X on here. Okay. And I don't know if you guys can see where I wrote that X on here, this pen. Okay. But the story goes is that X marks the spot, right? So if we look where the X is, and let me see if I can get it on camera. So if we look where that X is, that's exactly where I'm going to take this pen and push it through the paper. Okay, that was actually more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Okay, now most people would say, I got it pretty spot on here. Most people would say, that's pretty real, but I'll tell you right now, it's actually not. This is very much an illusion, and I'm going to prove it to you. If you pay attention, watch that pen slide over and just come right out of there, and you notice that there's absolutely no hole in the paper. You see, it's just an illusion, and that's what I mean by being able to warp people's realities, right? Have them questioning what the hell is even going on. See, it's like, how do you even make sense of reality? And this is the ability of the magician. And this happens on a lot of different levels with people. Sorry, I'm trying to readjust my camera. This happens on a lot of different levels with people. It's not just on a visual level, like seeing someone display something that's unexplainable or bizarre or makes you question. It also happens on a mental level inside of people's minds. And that's the most powerful place. And once you learn how to make that occur, once you understand the steps to make that magic occur within the minds of others and yourself, that's when you tap into the secret of how to use real magic. Okay? So hopefully that gives some clarity, a little bit more clarity about some of the things that I'm talking about. Okay? So this process happens when you when you watch TV, when you listen to music. It's a natural process that people go through. It's a mental thing. You really have to understand that. Okay? So I'm going to open up for a few more questions. What's up, Carlos? See you hanging out, man. Yeah, drop a comment. Any thoughts about anything? Any questions about anything? I would love to add even more clarity. Okay? So the true witch, it has the ability to create illusion. Okay. But yeah, so let's take this even deeper. So, understanding the context of what the real magic is. Okay. Then I was talking with someone. I think I was talking with Izzy, honestly, in one of the chats, and someone, and I don't know if it was Izzy or someone else that asked me about how to apply the emotional aspect. Like I was saying, okay, well, put on like your emotional armor. Yeah, I was talking about this with Izzy. Is that my messenger going off on my computer? But yeah, they were asking, well, how do you put on that emotional armor, and sort of, apply that stuff? How do you control your emotions? How do you get to that point? The best way to start, of course, is with meditation, because that's going to teach you where your center is. Outside of having any emotional reaction is calmness, which is another emotion. But having that calmness carried with you is what's going to give you the ability to, have control over those other emotions. Okay, so for instance, if it's happiness or sadness or what, it doesn't really matter what the emotion is. If it's something that's overwhelming, like let's say sadness, for instance, you can still control that emotion. You can still control your reaction to the stimulus that you receive, and not let that emotion control you. And that's the important thing. Okay, is having that, developing that self-control, and learning that the evocation and banishing process that everyone does magically, is very much a process of evoking emotions within yourself and then being able to banish those emotions. So that's why I write about this specifically in my book about, well, in one of my books, maybe in a couple of them by now, but actors being the best sorcerers, and that's because they can turn on that emotion and start crying, for the film or whatever, then shut it right off, and they're back to having a cup of joe with their best friend. And so it's that sort of thing where you can have emotional control. You can turn on a state at will and then shut that thing off. And so when you can do that, that's going to give you the keys to creating the psychodrama that you need to have the real magic occur. All right. So I'm going to shut up for a few minutes. I've been on for about 20 minutes. I see people are in Facebook jail and cannot comment, whatnot, and then other people are busy and stuff like that. But I am here. So I'll hang out for a few more minutes. I'm going to have a smoke, and we'll see if some people pop in, if there's any questions that pop up. And then if not, I'm going to skate out of here, okay? So I'll open it up a little bit. You guys can shoot the, I know you can't comment on the video, the people that are in Facebook jail or whatever. Just shoot it through Messenger. As you know, it'll ding right behind me. I can still see it. And I'll answer your questions. No problem. I'm really excited to, sorry I missed the live on Wednesday, but I'm going to have to, of course, trim some of the days down. I know I've already done that. It's like, man, you're only doing it twice a week. But the truth is I need that time to practice. And, it takes a lot of practice and a lot of work. Routining and scripting and stuff like that before you go on stage. And so I'm doing a lot of that now because I have stage shows and stuff like that planned, and so I'm prepping for that. So I'm going to have to cut down some of the live time, but I am still making time to appear here and talk to you guys, okay? And there's Fred, for those of you that are fans of Fred. He is up there also. But yeah, so this is kind of weird, having people like on the live that are in Facebook jail. That's kind of bizarre. So that is my definition of, or my answer to my own question, which was, what do you think real magic is? And of course, please leave your responses, your answers, comments, and stuff. And I'd be interested in see what you guys have to say. Okay. All right. So with that said, since I'm not seeing any questions, guys, there's no dinging happening. I'm going to jump out of here. Okay. So much, much, much love. Much, much love to you guys. Love you guys a lot. I hope you feel it right back. Right. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one.